The Team Encore has been reduced to space dust. Its crew, the immortal explorers Artix and Joey, are stripped of their powers, trapped in a Minivar energy field, and held for interrogation by Marconian extremists. Simultaneously, a planetary execution is underway. Torrential rain floods the world of Jovia, causing its amphibious citizens to dissolve into mud in the streets. The architect of this destruction is an evil scientist named Baxter, who manufactured the apocalypse to provide cover for his theft of Jovia's orbital energy source. Across two separate fronts, the villains have achieved total victory. Artix and Joey are cowerless, and Jovia is silent. Fixing this reality is impossible through normal chronological action. The timeline can only be salvaged by dismantling it from the outside. Stranded in an alien forest during the initial Marconian chase, a human traveler named Michelle eats a handful of glowing blue berries. The food triggers a rare temporal condition called Pas Encore Vu. She begins experiencing future events in reverse order, drifting further into the past with every jump. She is thrust into the middle of the Jovian apocalypse, witnessing the guild inhabitants dissolving beneath the rain, before she is caught in the chaos and killed. The trauma acts as a temporal reset. Instead of dying, her consciousness is thrown further back up the timeline to an earlier event. To save her friends, Michelle must face these deaths repeatedly, connecting the dots from the future back to the past until she finds the origin of the disaster. Awakening earlier in the sequence, Michelle arrives at an orbital weather station and confronts Baxter and his robotic henchmen, the Baxteroids. She discovers that the floods are not a natural environmental shift. The entire rain system is an artificial weapon controlled directly from this station. When Baxter realizes she is a witness, he orders her execution. The machines tear her apart, but the trauma triggers another temporal reset, moving her closer to the beginning of the plot. She knows who is making it rain, but she still lacks the catalyst, the biological reason why fresh water has become lethal to an amphibious species. Her next death drops her even further back to a Jovian farm. The sky is clear. She reunites with Artix, Joey, and a local farmer named Gaff. A television broadcast in the kitchen provides the missing link. A celebrity host is pressuring the population to eat dulce, a crystal-like sugar crop that has recently become a planetary staple. As this model shows, dulce sugar bonds with Jovian DNA, creating a fatal vulnerability. Fresh water now causes their cells to dissolve on contact. This manufactured extinction is a distraction. While the population melts, Baxter steals the planet's ultra-powerful solar energy core. Now understanding the mechanism of the murder, Michelle stops running. She destroys a disguised Baxteroid with a bucket of rainwater and convinces Joey to teleport her directly to the station. The traveler is now an active combatant, heading straight to the chronological starting point to break the loop. Michelle arrives on the station at the absolute start of Baxter's plot, before the rain, the dulce addiction, or her friend's encounter with the Marconians. Stopping Baxter alone won't prevent the Marconians from tracking the Team Encore. These two disasters share a single temporal wake. By detonating the energy core at this origin point, a temporal shockwave erases the tracking coordinates, collapsing the doomed branch before it forms. Recalling Artix's advice to stop running from her problems, Michelle stands her ground. She forces the station's core to detonate, sacrificing herself to ensure Baxter and the timeline he created never exists. Michelle is gone, but her refusal to run rewrites the universe. Billions of Jovians are saved, and her friends remain safe in a timeline where the Marconian cruiser never finds their trail.